Hi, my name is Dev Randhawa. I am President and CEO of F3 Uranium.
Dev, good to see you. Look, I thought I'd reach out. You've raised some money today in quite a tight market. Why now, and what are you doing with it?
Well, we got to keep drilling, and we wanted to get the big hole out. We knew that our step out from the original discovery hole was going to be pretty good based on scintillometer results. So we wanted that full disclose into the market, and wherever the market's at, that's the market, and you got to raise money. So we raised at least 10. We've been offered more. We'll see. The book was at 16 or something, with Red Cloud, and partnered with Haywood. They've got some good people there, Sprott as well. And Puneet over at Day Capital's done a great job. So, we need money. The question is, when do you take it? So we want to get the assays out. We did. Now people realize that we've got two very significant holes, wide and very high grade. So we want all that news out there. Let it digest. Unfortunately, as you know, we've got a very, very poor overall market concerned about the banking crisis. Gold is going, over 2,000, and then you've got uranium stocks in the tank. So, this is not the best time to be raising money, but we have to. We're excited about drilling it, and as you know, we are on land, but you still have these winter, summer conditions. So there's a break in there naturally of 6 to 8 weeks where you let the ground dry before you go back on. So it's perfectly timed. We'll be on the ground here at the end of May, hopefully.
Okay, but tell me when you said we've got to continue drilling, we've got to do this. It's a tight market. Most equities are off. Yeah. Do you need to keep moving this thing forward? Is it not easier just to kind of hunker down for a bit?
Oh, absolutely. We're so excited. When you're putting out results of, we're 50% uranium, of course you've got to keep going. And, the growth is what makes, if you look at the stocks that are falling, okay, they've got certain issues. Most of it, there's no growth. There's no news. Okay. So if you put out news, at least your head stays above the water. So for us, what an opportunity to, you've had 50% uranium twice. Your zone now is 105, and we've done that in 24 or 25 holes. That's pretty spectacular. So we're looking forward to a great June, July, and et cetera. We believe that if we can hit a few more of these holes and the stock goes up, we were rewarded. So that's the risk, obviously. Do you think you've got something worth drilling? We think we do, and based on the data coming back, people say, yeah.
But what's the secret sauce on this? Because if I look at your other company, Strathmore Plus, it's probably one of the best performing uranium stocks of the last 3 months, 4 months or so. You obviously, with this company since the end of November, things are motoring. Is there there's obviously an audience for you out there who are listening to how you think uranium companies need to, play this market, as it were. So what are they reacting to? What are you saying to them?
Well, they're two different stories. I think the Strathmore story is just a discovery story of how a very smart guy named John DeJoya thought of 3 properties that were drilled out sitting there for nothing. We grabbed them. So it kept our market cap very low. That's, so exciting. And plus a chance to work with UR Energy. It's also a U.S. story. Americans love U.S. stories. Here, I think is that we as insiders are aligned with shareholders. That's the key. Is that we've done this before. The key to F3 is it's an amazing discovery. The good news, I sleep well at night knowing that Ray and Sam, the 2 new guys we brought on to formal management places, they've done this twice before. So I think it's about aligning it and look, junior stocks are run by news, positive news. Now, in good markets, stocks will go up. In bad markets, you hope they go up a little bit, at least keep your head above the water. These are very tough times, and I like investors, look, the writing's on the wall. Uranium, nuclear power. We've read it everywhere. The problem is the bank crisis, all those fears trickle down. Suddenly people look at the glass half empty. So that some of that pessimism is showing up. But to me, the stars are aligned for nuclear power, and we're the new kid on the block with these new holes that have come out. So I think that I would say that's why. But I mean, how many discoveries have been like this in the last decade or two? So we're an anomaly that way, and Strathmore is an anomaly in its own because it's got a very, very small market. At $1, Strathmore is like what, 33 million, 34 million Canadian? That's nothing compared to what you see out there for twice that, and they haven't even got it. Remember, Strathmore has a former producer in it. So it's about two different audiences.
Okay, very different style companies and two very, very different stories. But it's a small market, this uranium space of ours, and it's potentially you would argue, and I'd probably argue as well, one of the hottest commodities out there at the moment. But it's just not kind of finding its feet in terms of the general investor. So you're talking about kind of supply demand fundamentals and a really good positive outlook in terms of energy transition type stuff. But for you, what I'm trying to work out is why is it being relatively easy for you to go and raise capital in a market like this where perhaps others are struggling or for others are finding it too expensive to do?
Well, fundamentals. I mean, that's what it comes down to. For fission, having these discovery holes, well, maybe somebody can find me another company out there that's drilling 50, 60% uranium. I don't think so, number one. So I think it's fundamentals. I think we've got two great technical teams, but the stories are very different. One's a U.S. story, microcap. One is a big discovery, but the name fission has been aligned before with great discoveries. So, it's and we have good supporters. We have really smart people saying good things about us, like Dave Talbot. I think very highly of him. I think, he's done a super job following us from way back when. So we're very fortunate to have great fundamentals. When the winds change, which they will, once this banking crisis issue settles down, I think the overall markets pick up and spot. The problem is right now, Yellow Cake and Spot and all these things are trading at discounts, okay? Well, when they're trading at discounts, they can go buy uranium. So hopefully Spot turns, trades at a premium. It can go buy uranium, move the spot price up, turn it forward.
Yeah, well, yeah, therein lies, I guess, the major fault with the way that they've structured that. But to be fair, they've taken a lot of mobile inventory out of the market. So what's not to love about that? So can I be clear about what your strategy is with F3? Given what you've done at Fission, is F3 your model is to kind of keep drilling, get the scale, keep finding the grade, and then offload this thing? Because there's been so much M&A in this space in the last 6 months. Do you see more of that coming?
Yeah, I think you'll see more of it. Look, everything's for sale at the right price. We're very good at exploration. That's what we're going to stick to. If someone comes along and says, hey, we want this jewel as part of our empire, go show me a price, and that's good. End of the day, my job is to maximize shareholder wealth for the shareholders. And so that's me as well, obviously. So if the right price came along, sure. And I've let people know we're open to it. But, you control what you control. What I control is a drill bit. And and that's why we raise this money. We want to show that it's more than 105 meters long. We want to show that it's more. We think there's opportunities maybe at the sandstone. We think there's opportunities further away. Just keep in mind, kilometers away, NextGen is drilling right on the border. And that apparently, according to some people on the street, they're hitting well. So this could be a very, very large system. You wouldn't want to be the guy that just, says, well, I've got enough uranium, and you miss out on, the gravy train. So there's a lot between us and that border down to, I think it's 12 kilometers. So we've got a lot of land there to explore. And if they're hitting, who knows?
Right, and I just want to be clear here, because we've not spoken for a while on F3, and I just want to be clear about what the mentality is going forward and the scale of the ambition going forward is. And also as an investor, what am I buying into? Am I buying into something where it's the standard exploration, raise capital, drill, is a kind of dilutive exercise that goes on for a period of time?
And no, I don't know. I would say you're buying into the next world-class deposit. You've got ISO with the Hurricane, and you've got, Next Gen with theirs. Well, you're buying into F3, which we believe will be the next great deposit. That's our belief. I hear rumors with this step out, people calling it a shear zone. Maybe that's one. Maybe there's a few more, like Arrow. Who knows? But, you can't walk away from 60% uranium and say, okay, we've done all we can. Let's step aside. No way. We believe that there's a lot more fun to be had here. And we're not raising a lot of money. 10 million isn't a lot. People go out there and raise 20, 30 million. And we haven't done that. We've done it, if you notice, I think judiciously, 10 million, 10 million. See what the 10 million does. See what the next 10 million does. Next, what the next 10 million does. So, we haven't gone crazy and raised a whole bunch of money. Like some people raise 50 million and start drilling. Well, we did doing 10 million lots.
Okay, and just so I understand it, in terms of this unconformity, you're obviously hitting high grade to the south of the discovery hole. Is that the intent to kind of continue spending and allocating that money to the south, or will there be some
absolutely.
also looking towards the north?
Well, we are going to, we will probably go up dip towards, probably give it a couple of shots up there, I would think, after talk to Ray. But we definitely will go look and see what's at the unconformity. But our nose tells us right now everything's south. So, we've only got X amount of money and we got to keep hitting.
Okay, and in terms of if you have, as of yet, have you got a kind of a drill program that you're going to be working to, or are you just
all sketched out,
every day?
No, it's all sketched out. For the most part, we've got a strategy, right? But at the end of the day, you follow the ore. Wherever the uranium goes, you follow it. If you're getting big numbers, you follow it. And so, we have a strategy, but that may change if we find something really special happening over here. But you definitely have a strategy. We have a budget that was approved by the board about a few weeks ago of how we're going to attack this. And how do you argue against a team that's taken 2 deposits before? I said that after the first drill hole. Everybody relax. Everybody chill. And you've got it it's in good hands. Sounds like Aaron Rodgers with what he told them last year when they actually did do well. But yeah, it's in Ray's hands. And what has he done? We got that one hole. It's 105 meters now long. And we've got these 2 big holes, which tells them where the shear zone. Now, whether there's more of them this way, we don't know. That's the purpose of this drilling, is to find out if there's more shear zones, or are we going further south? Who knows? Okay,
well, it's a quick catch up. You got the money. You're hitting the grades. Stay in touch. Let us know how you get on and how Ray's delivering on the plan. Okay.
Thank you.